Why millionaires appear broke. How they spend their money. A person in a simple t-shirt and pants with no luxurious items could have millions of dollars in his bank account. But why would he choose to look broke? Maybe not spending on these extra things is what made him a millionaire in the first place. Well, let's find out. In this video, we'll be going over why millionaires often look broke and how they spend their money. If you ask most people what it takes to be rich, they'll probably tell you that you need to invest your savings in the stock market or a similar high-risk venture. But as anyone who has seen their fair share of rich people can tell you, it doesn't take risky investments to end up with a lot of money. In fact, some wealthy people tend to avoid investing in stocks unless they have a trust fund or another source of backup capital that allows them to take such high risks. So if you're working 2 jobs and living frugally in an effort to save for retirement sooner rather than later, how do these people manage to become millionaires? What are the habits and financial tricks that almost every millionaire practices on a daily basis? How do they spend their money? Before we continue, hello and welcome to Tom's Do-It-Yourself Investing, a channel where we discuss personal finance tips, investing guides, real estate, and the stock market. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the bell icon. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. Rich people value time. One of the biggest differences between rich people and poor people is the rich buy time and the poor waste time. If you ask a millionaire how they manage to earn so much money, one of the first things they'll tell you is that they'll make an effort to optimize the use of their time. This means that millionaires hire others to do tasks that are otherwise a waste of their time. For example, millionaires will pay someone $15 an hour to rake leaves for 3 hours. As a millionaire, you can work those same 3 hours and earn $150, which will have made you $105 more when you compare to the savings of raking leaves by yourself. Millionaires know that time is the most valuable commodity in the world, and investing in it will save them thousands of dollars every year. Millionaires don't buy new cars. One of the biggest money-saving habits that millionaires have is that they almost never buy new cars. The truth is that buying a new car is one of the worst investments you can make. New cars lose 20% of their value the moment you drive them off the lot, and another 10% each year after that. This means that if you buy a $30,000 car, its real value will be closer to $22,000 in just a few years. Poor people may see this as an opportunity to buy a nicer car for less money, but millionaires see this as an opportunity to just spend less money. New cars are nice and shiny, but they're also one of the biggest sources of debt for people. They keep their housing costs low. The biggest and most important investment that people can make in their lives is the decision to buy a home. Millions of people have used their home equity to start a business, pay for their children's education, or fund their retirement. But not all homes are created equal, and the truth is that many millionaires have never owned a house. In fact, many millionaires choose to rent their homes, and they do this for one very important reason: saving money. If you buy a $200,000 home, you'll have to pay property taxes, homeowners insurance, and mortgage payments. If you rent a similar home for just $500 per month, you'll have an extra amount per month to invest in your retirement account, your children's education savings account, or a business venture of your choice. They save a lot of their income. One of the most important habits that millionaires have is that they save most of their income. While poor people spend as much of their income as they can every month and often get into debt doing so, millionaires are disciplined enough to save at least 10% of their income. And while many poor people insist that they can't save any money because they have debt, millionaires know that you can always save money no matter how much debt you have. This may sound impossible, but it's easier than you think. If you have $10,000 worth of debt, you can use a debt payoff calculator to see how long it would take you to pay it off. This will give you a rough estimate of how long it will take you to save up enough money to pay off your debt. They take on a side hustle. Another important financial habit that millionaires have is that they take on side hustles. A side hustle is any kind of freelance or contract work that you can do on the side of your normal job. This may include things like selling items on eBay, renting a room in your house, or freelance writing. If you're able to make $500 per month writing articles online, that's great, but it won't make you rich. If you're able to create an ebook that thousands of people buy each month, you can use that money to invest in stocks and other high-risk ventures. That being said, use the side hustle to generate extra income which you can use to further grow your income and assets, because that's exactly what millionaires do. They invest in real estate. One of the best ways to take advantage of the power of compound interest is by investing in real estate. In fact, most millionaires get rich by investing in real estate, not stocks and bonds. Real estate is a great investment because it allows you to make a lot of money in a short amount of time. That's because you can buy residential and commercial real estate with a small amount of capital startup. As long as you have a reliable source of income, it's possible to make a lot of money by investing in real estate. And while stocks and bonds are much more stable investments, they don't make as much money. That's why millionaires often invest in real estate. They know that they can make a lot of money in a short amount of time with a small amount of capital. Millionaires often sell properties at a profit or even rent out properties to make income. Many millionaires invest in their own growth. One of the most important things that people can do to become millionaires is to make themselves more valuable. That's because the more valuable you are, the more money people will pay you for your services. And while greed plays a role in this, it's also important to remember that the best investment you can make with your money is in yourself. If you can make yourself more valuable, you'll find that you can charge more for your services and get paid more for your work. This means that investing in your education, knowledge, and skills is one of the best ways to become a millionaire. They don't follow the crowd. One of the biggest mistakes that people make while saving and investing money is that they listen to the advice of their friends and family. This can lead to a lot of bad financial advice and misinformation. Contrary to popular belief, not all rich people got there by taking risks and jumping on the latest investment fad. In fact, many people got rich by being patient and waiting for the right opportunities to come along. In the stock market and similar high-risk ventures, the best opportunities often come after the average person has jumped in and the market has become volatile. That's why millionaires often don't follow the crowd. They don't jump on the latest investment fad, and they don't try to time the market. That being said, doing what everyone else is doing isn't always the best option. Sometimes being a one-man army is more beneficial. They don't buy luxury brands. One of the biggest myths about rich people is that they all dress in expensive designer clothes. This couldn't be further from the truth, and most rich people actually prefer simple and unbranded clothes. I don't believe we've ever seen the CEO of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, loaded with branded clothes. That's because rich people understand that the only way to become financially free is to cut unnecessary spending from their lives. And while it's great that some designer brands provide quality clothing and accessories at an affordable price, most don't. That's why rich people almost always buy generic or unbranded clothing. They know that designer brands are often overpriced, and they don't need to spend thousands. I think we all have to learn from millionaires and follow their ways of spending money. They may look broke, but they are in fact rich, and that's what really matters. It's time to draw the curtains now. Do you have any similar spending habits like millionaires? Share yours in the comments below. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments, and I will get back to you. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to share the knowledge with those who might find it useful. I will be back with more videos. Until then, take care and stay tuned.